Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings. Alright, so today we're going to go and get the Darkmoon Faire achievement, taking the show on the road. Apologize for the echo there, trying to make sure this thing actually works because I only have one viewer. So this achievement is going to require us to go to Dalaran, Darnassus, the Exodar, Ironforge, Sathrat City, and Stormwind City in order to throw off a firework. This will involve quite a bit of flying, but it will be well worth it in the end. At least I think so. So as you can see, I've already got my Swift Flying mount equipped and running into various things. So you're going to head up to Stormwind and throw the firework off there first. And then we're going to go to Ironforge and take care of that one. And the rest we'll just make up as we go, I guess. I need a Windows machine to actually view this, so we'll see how well this goes. I'll go and cast this one off in the Old Town District of all places, just because I feel like it. Not as much latency to worry about there either. There's my fireworks. Alright. We will fire this off. Success. Based on the fact that that is no longer on the taking the show on the road section. So, let's go and take a flight. Going to go to Ironforge. Guess well, since I have a flying mount, we'll just fly across the city that way and get there. And in the meantime, I'm going to pull up a system next to me and attempt to view comments and stuff like that as it's going along. Because, of course, Chromium on Linux on the system next to me is not too big of a fan of Facebook. There's Ironforge. Alright. Mute the sound over here, because all I'm interested in are the comments. And that still is not going well. Time to wake up the box next to me. Linux is great for some things, but it's not great for accessing Facebook videos. I actually kind of enjoy these flights. They're kind of relaxing, not too stressful. If it were not for my buddy Stefan, I would have never gotten to, the Shrine of Pandaria in order to actually get to Dalaran to get this achievement. So I guess you can thank him for that stream indirectly. Yes, you may allow notifications. Let's go to my profile. Mute this box. This is what I like about having this many boxes. Enter full screen. Oh, the stream quality doesn't look too bad, so at least I'm doing something right. Gonna go through Syrian Gorge. Well, I've always liked this area. This is one of my favorite to quest through. The Outlands, on the other hand, don't get me started on those. Blade's Edge Mountains was a clusterfuck, and all kinds of disorganized. Let's see here. What else did I not like about it? Hellfire Peninsula was awful because I kept on getting killed with my PvP flag on because I needed it for a fucking quest. That was ridiculous. Shathrath City is okay. Zanger Marsh, I do not like the mushrooms, but they looked pretty cool. That was just stylistic, though, not anything else. Once you get down to Nagrin, then that's another story. I had no issues with that content-wise, but I did have issues with missing quests. And even after updating my Quest Completist add-on, it has done me absolutely no good. In Blade's Edge Mountains, I hated because of the content. The amount of Apexis shards that you had to get to do some of these things was ridiculous. And I know people will complain about me complaining about the difficulty of all things, but unfortunately, once you get down to a certain area like that where it actually makes you want to leave the game for multiple days at a time, it's just not fun anymore. Once you get down to, what was the other one I had issues with? Oh yeah, the Simon Says. That one, on the other hand. I did not touch that area for several days because I thought I was having a problem. It wasn't me. Alright, let's fire Darkmoon firework up in the air here. Woohoo! Alright. So next we're going to go off and visit Stormwind.
No.
Again. And then I think what we'll do is we'll go and take care of the ones that are on Kalimdor. Then we have one in the Wrath of the Lich King Northrend area, and then one in the Outlands. And I guess in the one in the Outlands, I might decide to take the rest of you along with me for some questing. Shouldn't be anything wrong with that. I have to walk through Shadowmoon Valley next. I'm just surprised this is working as well as it is. I was not expecting it to. I might have to keep on doing this. So yeah, what's the rest of my thoughts on the rest of these areas? Silly Piss was silly. That was meant to be a play on words. See here, Shathrath City was very interesting. Although the one thing I hate about it is I have to pick a faction over there in order for me to actually do any quests, which to me is absolutely fucking stupid. There's no reason why I should have to do that. Because that sets up a rift, and that also makes it so that there are quests that I can't do, and as a Loremaster, that annoys me to no end. You can definitely tell that I'm working towards Loremaster, because I'm level 74, and I'm still not in Northrend yet. I had an idea of creating a live stream series of me leveling another character to Loremaster, but I don't know whether or not it will be popular, so I'll have to look into it. I might try a couple pilot episodes. I want to contact Approaching Nirvana first for some of their music. Because I refuse to just play one song. I have a playlist of songs from them that I like, but I want their blessing on it before I actually decide to do it. I know that Blizzard will have no problems with me doing that. In fact, they may even give me freebies. I don't know. I know my game time is supposed to expire at some time, so I have to put a card in to renew that. Let's message Stefan. Just tell him he is live on stream. So yeah, you can probably hear my keyboard. I have a pretty nice, it's actually a rubber dome, but it feels like mechanical. It's one of those Rockcat Talk FXs. I think it's a Isku. It's one of my favorite little devices. I really enjoy it. Now I do have the ability to fly to the Exodar from Darnassus manually, but I just really don't feel like doing that, so we'll just take a Griffin. Ain't nothing wrong with a Griffin, right? I purposely do not have my webcam on currently. You guys will just have to deal with the awful audio quality that comes out of the speakerphone. Aha, Elwyn Forest. It's a sign that we're close to where we're supposed to be. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I was getting a little bit concerned there. It looked like we were going across Elwyn Forest and not to the actual location that we meant to go to. So yeah, people commenting now. I'll have to respond to those when I'm not in the air. So yeah, let's go to Darkmoon. If I had a faster Hearthstone, I would more than easily be able to do this. But alas, I feel this is better. Because it gives me time to talk to you all, assuming that you guys actually want to talk and I'm not just talking to myself. Although based on the stream, it at least looks like that it's running properly. Yes, that is 90 words per minute for you. So if you have not seen it yet, I uploaded all of my screenshots, well, except for one. I still have to decide whether or not I want to put it up there or not. It's rather sad. To Facebook. So yes, Stefan, you are live on a stream, in a manner of speaking. This is what I hate about this area. I've come across multiple occasions where the boat has been broken. It either won't show, or it'll show, but then it'll loop at the end and come right back around like it was broken. So on occasions where that happens, I normally have to go directly to Booty Bay, and then take that over to Tenaris. And then from Tenaris, go to wherever my final location is. Now this becomes a pain in the ass when it's for a daily quest. Winter Spring, which is what I'm working on right now to get my cub, requires me to go to Winter Spring on a daily basis. That's a daily quest. So my daily routine went from, let's say, 15 minutes a time to more than an hour, because I cannot seem to catch a break where the boats are actually working properly on this realm. I've reported it to Blizzard several times, but unfortunately my cries have gone on deaf ears. So, with that being said, I've learned to just live with it. This means it's time to get up and go to the bathroom or get food or something like that, because I know it's going to take me a while to get there. Oh yeah, this is my Swift Flying mount. I might have talked about at one point having over 10,000 gold, thanks to Stefan again. But, alas, a flying upgrade came into play, I gave 4,000 to the guild bank, and the rest is history. I think I'm going to make this stream public after I'm done with it, since it's just open to my friends currently, and that could explain why I'm not getting as many views as I would prefer to have. But it works. And I'm happy with it. Need to reload the UI, because, yeah, apparently I do actually have mail. I've had multiple occasions recently, since 7.2 came out, that I would go and pick up my mail, and then the mail house, the mail icon would not go away. And oftentimes, it is from the auction house, because I'm doing a whole lot of auctioning to get more gold, and the fact that our guild bank is full, so I'm helping out emptying that. I do give a significant cut back to my guild and replenish what I take, because that's what good people do, so it helps. So yeah, about porting to Dalaran, Stefan was kind enough to give me the ability to port directly to the shrine of whatever the hell it is in Pandaria. And by going to Pandaria, I now have access to every capital city in the game. Or at least most of them. I don't know beyond Pandaria whether or not they're actually in there. But it's still pretty cool. Alright, now we're in Teldrassil finally. And yes, I do purposely leave the boat early. I just think it's cool. Let's go through this little portal here. Although, do we really want to call that a portal? I'm not too sure what I want to call it. Let's just throw off a firework here. Woohoo! Alright. So, let's go back through here, and I think I'm going to take a griffin rather than actually take the boat. So I think it'll be faster given the fact that my timing absolutely sucks. You want to go to the exit arc. That's 88 copper, which to me is pocket change, but to some new players like Summer, maybe not so much. In the meantime, I'm going to tell some other people I'm streaming in case they want to come by and watch. I at least have one viewer finally, although the Battle.net client does not reflect that. Now, Reservist Isle was one of my favorite areas that I went through and quested. If I had the opportunity to do it again, I would totally do so. And it's very rare that I actually say that. Few areas get that on it. 1,000 Needles is one of them. I had a fucking blast playing through that. Let me see here. I think the 1,000 Needles gave me, I don't know how I want to describe this. It gave me the most memorable feelings from this game. There's several other areas that come to mind, but of course unless somebody bumps me and reminds me of the fact that those areas exist, I likely will forget about them. Which is not what I'm that big of a fan of. Alright, it actually returns me to the Golden Lantern, as you can see there. Fire off the firework. Woohoo! There we go.
Arcanon Poros.
Let's go to Lutheran Village in Teldrassil. Now, I'm tempted to live stream my adventures tonight through Shadowmoon Valley. But I don't know if I'll have any viewers. That'll be a tough one. Because it is a rather boring, thing for somebody to quest and talk at the same time. And knowing my previous live streaming activities, as you can see here on Facebook, on the DRRGR page, that is totally not a plug. I often tend to forget that I'm streaming when I'm talking, which is a big problem. Or actually, I take that back. I forget to talk when I stream. I'm very vocal right now because of the fact that I'm actually going across the river on a griffin. Well, this is one of my favorite pastimes, is just flying around the world and seeing all the beautiful scenery. Of course, my dad is not so lucky since he's running on a laptop that was a potato from 2011 right out of the get-go, hopelessly crippled, and he plays at about 5 to 25 frames per second, so these nice new-fangled areas he won't ever get to see properly unless he upgrades. Woohoo, it didn't actually go, my phone didn't go off this time. No needless feedback. Whoa, wait up a minute, is my timing actually good? The boat's actually here? It only happens once in a blue moon. You guys should go out and buy a lottery ticket. Because it's just that rare that that happens. Definitely gonna have to make this stream public afterwards, so we can go through the Shadowmoon Valley. With more than between 0 and I think the max I had was 5 viewers. Which is kind of awful, but whatever. At least Facebook records it, so I can go back and watch it later and look at how stupid I was. Now that fatigue bar is a devil. We went to go and run through, I think it was Shadowfang Keep the other day, with my brother and I, and my dad, and ran into an issue where he decided that he saw the fatigue bar and was going to start slowing down. Now, here's a hint for you guys. If you see the fatigue bar, don't slow down and just keep on going. Because he had to reload his UI for the spirit healer to pop up, and my buddy Stefan had to help him out with that. So yeah, that was not the funnest thing in the world. Alright, so let's take a portal over to Hellfire Peninsula, which is my least favorite area in the Outlands, next to Blades Edge Mountains. And we are going to go through... going to go directly to Shathrath City, not pass go, do not collect $200, but just go directly there.
Well met.
But yeah, I gotta go through Shadowmoon Valley soon. That's the next area for Mr. Loremaster here. Or Mrs. Loremaster, aka Petadata, if that's what you want to call her, but whatever. Probably go out and get some drinks after this, and then get back here and stream some more. Because why not? Other than the fact I'm gonna have the world's tiredest voice tomorrow. But it can't hurt to stream. At least somebody else is getting the enjoyment of watching me play. With my crappy voice and everything. How long have we been going for now? 22 minutes it says. This is not one of the easiest quests I've done, or one of the easiest achievements, but as you probably know if you know me in real life, I kind of am an achievement whore. I want to have everything done. Grizzly trophies we can work on as we're going through the next area. I really want to try consuming every Darkmoon food and drink, but I really doubt that you want to see a character that's that drunk. At least I finally got 1,000 fish, and they did come up with creative names for the expansions for their achievements. Like on the Blades Edge, it used to just be Blades Edge Mountains Quest, which does me no good. Gives me no feeling of enjoyment. But that's how that new eye level scaling bitching that people are doing is like. Kind of crap drives me nuts. I'm almost to 3,000 quests. I expect to get there while I'm inside of Northrend. Now this achievement right here, nothing boring about Borean. That already concerns me that it's going to be one of the most boring areas that I go through just because of that pun. Pandaria seems pretty cool though. I'm really looking forward to that. I also am a panda, and I'm a very weird individual. But I like being weird, and I like the stuff inside of this game that the seasoned veterans don't like. That just sets me apart, and I enjoy it. As for cooking, I'm missing a whole lot of Outland recipes I'm going to have to work on. I'm hoping this is the Dalaran that's in Northrend and not elsewhere. Although I'm kind of hoping the same thing for the Taking the Show on the Road achievement too, because otherwise I'm going to have Stefan give me a port to Dalaran in Draenor. Which is not something I look forward to. I'm afraid that I probably bug him enough. Because when my uncle's not online, I have to occasionally get ported out of trouble, or the one thing that Stefan is really good at is doing lockboxes, which I don't have a rogue, so I can't do. And the guild does not have a rogue, so nobody else here can do it. So Stefan has been awesome in taking care of that need for me. Alright, so that's Chathrat City done. I don't really mind this area, but I hate the fact that there's all these different individual factions here, which to me seems kind of stupid, because we already have 2. Do we really want more division in the game? I see enough people going back and forth about Horde and Alliance, and here's my opinion on it. I've played them both. I prefer Alliance, because on all the servers that I played Horde on, the people there have been absolute assholes. I will take a Horde... I will take an Alliance character any day over a Horde character, even though the Horde characters do look pretty cool. I like my Orc Warrior. It's called the Nesca Data. That was recommended by my friend Tessa. So yeah, this is my first time inside of Pandaria since the starting area. Because as you can see, I am a Pandaren, so Tashiri Pandaren, woohoo. And I have to say, I really don't mind the graphics. Although I am running the 1080 here, and I don't like seeing my frame rate drop constantly. In Stormwind, I've had cases where it's gone all the way down to 5 frames per second. Alright, there's Ironforge, Stormwind, Exodar. Aha, here we go. Now. Here we are in the Violet's Gate. So, there's a Tauren Druid there. I forgot this is a sanctuary city, in a matter of speaking. Let's throw this up again. There we go. Petadata has earned the achievement, taking the show on the road. On that note, I think we'll go back to Stormwind, and I will quit streaming for a little bit, so I can view how well this went, and screw around with the things a little bit. And then we'll possibly do some Shadowmoon Valley stuff together. How does that sound? Okay, how do I get back there? Because I can't use my Hearthstone. Fuck. Well, I might as well repair the gear while we're here. Do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. Do I have any garbage I can sell? Nope. Although I do have to drop some stuff inside of my bank. I don't think the rest of the WoW community needs to see that, on the other hand. Let's pick up my expired auction. This is the 8th time running it, but I really want to get rid of this item. Although at this point I might as well just send it to one of my guild members. Because it does no good sitting inside of my bags. I actually kind of like this area, to be honest. Although... I say that about every area until I actually have to play through it. Although there were just some very dark and desolate areas inside of Kalimdor I just hated with a passion. Desolus is one of them. I'd like to grind through the rest of the Explorer achievements for Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. So if anybody wants to see me do that, just let me know and I'll actually try. I gotta actually, go through and... have to go through a bunch of horde areas. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Isle of Conquest portal. These do me no good. My guess is these are portals back to the main areas here on the island. And apparently, this is inside of Crystal Song Forest. Didn't know that, but I'm still a newbie even after playing for 2 years. I mean, I've only done 5 dungeons throughout my entire career in World of Warcraft. So yeah, I'll give it about an hour and 15 minutes after I'm done with this one to consider streaming the next one, and if anybody's actually interested in sees this afterwards, all you gotta do is let me know and I'll sure as hell try. Maybe I'll stream my daily routine inside of World of Warcraft. That would be interesting. Although the suspected audience is probably 0. Well, we'll see. I know that this only does this to Facebook, so I might try downloading the stream and uploading it to YouTube. I don't see why that would not work. I am the content creator after all. I'm guessing that's probably a dungeon there. Not 100% sure. I have 10 minutes and 12 seconds till my Hearthstone regenerates. You know, honestly, I'm very thankful for the 15-minute Hearthstone regeneration that I get as a guild perk, because otherwise this would be much worse. Yeah, we're gonna do some late night wowing tonight. Shadowmoon Valley. Again, I don't see why not. I'm open to any criticisms. I purposely do not have my webcam on because my room is kind of a mess behind me, and it's always like that, except for right before a break. Because that's just how I operate. Just ask any of my family members, they'll tell you that I'm probably one of the messiest people they've ever met. But I at least happen to know where all my crap is at. I think that I probably flew into an area I was not supposed to. The Guardian Mage has transported me out of the Sanctuary. Okay. I appreciate it because I was really not interested in dying. There has to be a portal around here somewhere. Violet Hold, possibly? I'd say not. Is that somebody on Discord? Greetings, Dad. You're on a Facebook live stream.
Evening, Dad.
How's it going?
Logging in.
Yep, I'm currently live streaming my time getting the Stellarant achievement.
Cool. I'll be on mute mostly.
Alright. What I think I'll do is after I'm done with this live stream, I'll probably upload it to YouTube after I'm done and see if I can get any more viewers out there. I'm just using the streaming feature inside of the Battle.net client currently. And I can see the fact that it's working. I think I had it max 5 viewers, but at least it's there for archival purposes if I ever want to go back. Yep, Teemo the Drow is online. Alright folks, now that this achievement is done, I'm going to exit the game and end the stream. Now comes the curious part, Dad. I don't know whether